go wrong, you must always be able to get to that location, get your AWOL bag, and good to go. A lot of people keep them in their car. Very, very good idea. Make sure you keep it inside the car, not in the trunk, because it could get mildewed or damaged in the back. So if you're going to drive around with an AWOL bag in the car, put it in the back seat, put the seatbelt on it. It's your friend. It's there to keep you company. So you should treat it that way. Ah! Some librarian guy, I don't know what the hell. So this gets closed in here. Now I always like to keep my fleece and my jacket outside of the waterproof membrane inside the bag, because this is, chances are, the most common thing you're going to go for. You want to keep the jacket, the hat, and the fleece outside, because realistically, if you're on the run, you got to move, you got to cover yourself, you may as well have your outside coverings very easily accessible at the top. Now that's, again, just my particular choice. I always put my first aid kit as the first thing inside the membrane. That doesn't mean you have to do that, okay? That's just the way I do it. It's also a really good idea to take your batteries out of all your electronics before you put them in there. This prevents radios from just starting to play. This is the AWOL bag complete. Again, a completely nondescript, very easily concealable bag in a civilian workplace. You could take it with you at your cubicle, you could leave it in your car, you could take it with you shopping. It's really not that conspicuous, but it's always good to have it nearby. Because of the weight issue, it may be difficult to carry with you, but you want to have it nearby, because this is the object which will keep you alive after whatever is going to happen will happen. And we all know that's going to happen. Now, in conjunction, you have to join this to the second component of the AWOL bag, which is your MOC pack, Mobile Operations Command. Now, once you have the MOC pack all together and you're ready to put it on your device or your bag, a lot of people like to put their heavier items on the top of the bag so that when they do the your heavy areas up on top, so it kind of conditions itself more. That's kind of a personal preference thing you got to remember on your body type. I like to attach mine to the top, but in this particular bag, because it's got the carry straps here, it's best to attach it to the bottom. On the base of this bag are some straps that are designed for attachment. These ones here, although designed probably for not quite the heavy use that I'm using them for, I would reinforce these with bungee cords or what have you. These ones are strong enough just for basic attachment to place it here. If I was going to do any long range rock work though, I'd want to make sure I strap that in with additional strapping that you would put on yourself. Remember, it's your kit. You should modify it so that it works for you better. Hi there, welcome to Cooking with Sean. My name's Sean, and today we're going to be going over one of the most essential things that everybody overlooks. Generally, the days of when you would sit down with your family and eat a meal at the table are gone. The family structure has completely been destroyed, and now people are eating whenever they can. They eat unbroken meals, things of that nature. That's because of this, you're not eating clean food. You're putting all kinds of toxins into your body, and it's just going to build up over time, and eventually it's going to bite you in the ass. When you turn 50 or something like that, you'll have all sorts of cancers and colons and all the rest of it. So the first step to controlling what you eat is to be aware of what you eat. The way I've done it, and the way, because I lost a bunch of weight and I'm feeling a lot better about myself, the way I managed to pull it off that worked for me is I got myself a tray, which sounds funny, but you get yourself a food tray that you load all your gear up on, and wherever you're working, if you're on the computer or you're out in the shop or whatever you're doing, okay, you have one set that where you always have it on your tray. It's right there. Your tray goes with you wherever you go, and if you're hungry, you just grab a snack, you put drinks on this tray, and then from there, once you have a set location where you keep all your food that goes with you, you can control the kind of food that's on there. You look at the food that's on there and goes, wow, I really don't need to drink, an entire 6-pack of Coke every 15 minutes. You start to bring it down, you start drinking more water, and gradually you alter your food so it's healthy food, so you have control of what you put in your body. But the first step is, I believe, the tray. Tray is very simple. You can get trays anywhere. There's plastic trays, wood trays. I use like this little Japanese antique one I bought. It's just a simple, basic wood tray. If ever I'm working at the computer or whatever, because you know what it's like. If you haven't got a tray, you'll bring your food in there, you put it online, you're all doing your thing, and then bang, you hit something and it goes everywhere. everywhere. So it's better if you have a set location. You can take with you, you put it down when you're watching TV, you bring it up, put it on the floor, and that way when you're done, you haven't got wrappers everywhere, and that's a whole nother bit of whack too. I mean, really, we throw away way too much. We should have dishes and all the rest of it. So when you're gonna go buy a tray, it should be personal. It should be, this is your stuff, man. This is what, when you set up your mock center and all the rest of it, you might want to bring your tray out there so you got your food. You can pick it up, you can walk around, you can put your stuff on there, you got your grub, you can sit down, you can relax. Some people, you can get trays that have folding legs on them that pop right down, you can be out in the field doing your thing, right on. But you got to be able to control what you eat, because everybody needs to eat. But no one seems to have any control over that. So the first thing I did was I got myself a tray. Now, bear in mind, the best place to go to get any of this stuff is never, ever buy anything from sets. Go to thrift stores. Don't go to these, go to like these liquidation places where they have one-ofs, and you know, they have all these different kind of designer places where the items they designed suck or nobody bought them or whatever. So they have these really weird one-of design things, and you just need to get certain things that you enjoy that you'll put on your tray. It's all personalized. There's nothing wrong with having personalized stuff. No, everyone wants, oh, I just want to be like my neighbor. If I have a power outage, I'm really upset. But as long as my whole block goes out of power, then I guess it's okay. Bullshit. You know, it doesn't work like that. You got to be individual. You are yourself. You got to be aware of yourself and what you want, what your desires are, and fuck everyone else. So I use just this basic, simple wood tray. There's advantages to wood, to plastic, whatever. I like it because it's kind of retro. I think it's nice. Next thing I managed to get my hands on was this handy dandy stainless steel bowl. I use this as a chip bowl. Your chip bowl, I mean, if you get anything that's, I like things that are generally a little bit tougher. A chip bowl is handy, but the added benefit of this chip bowl is it works with everything else very, very well. If you have a bowl that you eat from, or a plate or whatever, it should be ceramic, it should be handmade, and you should know the person who made it. There's all kinds of local potters, there's all kinds of people who are, you know, throwing clay, little craft shops. You can get some really cool stuff. You know what, you should enjoy eating. It's kind of a sacred act. So what I use is I use a bowl that was made by a lady named Linda Bishop is her name, and I don't know if she's got a website or what, but she's just this little person who makes pottery stuff, and it's just a straight up pottery bowl. What I found is cool is that this bowl here fits inside my stainless steel bowl. So that's cool. When you put your wok food in there, you nuke it all up in the microwave, take it out, your bowl's 10 billion degrees, you drop one bowl inside the other one, and you can eat it without burning your hands or whatever. Just an interesting idea, and if you've got two things, then fine. You put it down, you got your chips there or whatever. So that's how I keep it. So you got your bowl, and of course you want to have a cover for it, because at the beginning of your day, you're going to make your food all at once, right? And then you're going to go into wherever your desk is, you're going to sit down, you're going to eat. You don't want to have to keep getting up to go, because you're losing time and you got stuff to do. So just leave it on the tray. You know, put a cover on it, keeps your stuff warm, everything's cool. Really basic stuff. Now, the spoon. The spoon is the item that is so underrated, it's not even funny. Spoons are rad, because if you need a knife to eat your food, you're generally eating the wrong food. Think about it. You've got to chew the stuff up anyway, so it should probably be soft. That's why wok foods, you know, you got your ground round, you got your rice, you know, you got your salsa in there. You can eat all that with a spoon. I steal spoons from Earl's restaurant, because they have really strong spoons.